Today I'm celebrating Ash Wednesday, which must be my favourite of the Christian festivals, even beyond Christmas, which I've never found celebrated in any church or anything in a way that had gravitas, that for me really elicited, I don't know, what I think of as a ceremony or a real deep ritual. And I suppose I'm a sucker for ceremony. That's probably why I'm a celebrant. And I believe that ritual has a long history in human civilization, not purely because it's the manifestation of superstition, but because there's real power in humbling myself to a greater force, no matter how we may think of that force. Because clearly there are greater forces than any single human could ever summon. And aligning ourselves with the forces of nature, with the divine, with God, with the subconscious, with the superconscious, it doesn't matter how you think about it. There can be, I believe, real power in going through a process of connecting with the realm of magic, of symbology, of metaphor, of prayer. And it's interesting because, some people who are atheists would just balk at the idea, and I consider myself now a spiritual atheist. I don't believe in anything. I choose to believe certain things because of the effect that they have on my capacity for living a good life. But I don't believe in anything from scripture arbitrarily. I like the poetry and the metaphors, and that's what I see in ceremony. And ceremony is something that not only connects ourselves personally with higher forces, but also with each other. When communities have enacted ceremonies together, it's brought them together with a single understanding and purpose. And for me, Ash Wednesday is the festival in the Christian church that I've witnessed and participated in that felt for me the most substantial, because it's not connected with presents and the magic trinkets of human life. It is something which is connected with Lent. It's the ceremony that happens at the start of Lent. It is the initiation of 40 days of fasting. Although, of course, in the Christian church today, almost nobody ever fasts. The most you'll ever hear is generally somebody sacrificing their eating of chocolate or alcohol for 40 days, or not having any yogurt, or committing to do certain things in their place, maybe community service or something. And it's funny because it was my choice to first go and participate in Ash Wednesday was having heard a reading at a church where there are many readings in the Bible where God or other people are admonishing their followers for not fasting, for not surrendering and making some kind of sacrifice in order to be able to experience the benefits and the richness that comes with an alignment with a higher force. And the initiation of Ash Wednesday, I only heard about this a few years ago, and I went along to see one having heard a reading and thought, I'll go and check it out. And there was something so solemn in the atmosphere of the church that I went to, and people who were going to participate in Lent, no matter what form that took for them, would go up and receive ashes. They kneel down in front of the altar, and burnt ashes are placed as a cross on the forehead. And there was some real sense of kindred spirit amongst those, because there wasn't many there. Like in that particular church, you could sometimes see hundreds of people on a Sunday, and yet there was almost nobody there on this Wednesday evening to receive ashes and to solemnly commit to 40 days of sacrifice in some form or another. I don't know what other people considered their Lent to be, but I knew what it meant to me at the time. And this particular Ash Wednesday, I'm going to really undertake a profound fast because of the turning point that I'm at in my life. I haven't yet decided where I'm going to go and participate in Ash Wednesday, I'm drawn to going to the place that I went before just because it's familiar and it's what I know. But today I'm celebrating Ash Wednesday because for me it is a really significant point in the calendar too. We're coming to the end of the year, what I now consider to be the end of the year. I consider the start of the year to be the spring equinox, the beginning of spring, and that's when we start to see things coming into flower. It's after that period of hibernation in the winter. To me, it signals new beginnings. It's the start of the zodiac, which begins on the spring equinox with Aries. It's a new fiery energy. It's a new beginning. And of course, the dates for Easter switch around according to when the full moon and the new moon fall that particular year. And so it's not, like most of the modern calendars, it's not really in sync with the turning of the seasons, which I'm sure it once was. But for whatever reason, I'm now going to participate in this, and I'm using it. The timing this year of Lent just happens to correspond with when I'm going to be leaving a house, when I'm starting on a new chapter of my life, and so it lends itself for me coinciding with it. But there is also something about the fact that there will be many other people celebrating and participating in a period of sacrifice over that time. The idea of giving something away or surrendering something in order to receive something greater, to be of service, to kneel in front of that higher force that I was trying to allude to earlier, whatever form or name we give to it. So today I'm celebrating Ash Wednesday, and I think it's a great festival to participate in. I highly commend it to you all.